Akademiks can't ride no way.
And had been there multiple times to record music with Pooh Shiesty. And again, there were other artists that had come there to record music with Pooh Shiesty, and that was the studio that he was working out of in Dallas. So that doesn't surprise me that that studio was booked to record music.
Well, right, because if it was just a business meeting, it wouldn't be at a studio. They could meet anywhere.
That's right.
Right, but in this case, they're meeting at a studio. Pooh Shiesty tried to get more time from his PO. His PO said, no, we need to go back home. So basically, the whole studio session in and of itself got canceled at that point.
Correct, and I think at some point you saw in the video where everybody left.
So Gucci Mane told Pooh Shiesty they could reschedule the studio session, but according to the feds, Pooh Shiesty wanted to speak to Gucci privately in the attached recording room. Gucci agreed, and they entered the room with Gucci, Pooh Shiesty's dad, and Big 30, according to the complaint. And I guess there was a window in the recording room so the people that were still in the lobby could actually see inside, right?
That's according to the government. And again, I think this is where our case differs from the defense perspective. I think we have a different view of what happened in that room that day.
Okay, so at 3:43 p.m., according to surveillance footage, Pooh Shiesty's dad, Big 30, Baby Slime 375, KD, CMO Damn Fool, Mookie Roo 375, Glizzy 375, and DeMarcus.
Yo, Vlad is so good. Vlad got the lawyer looking like he's the defendant.
Glover entered into the building. Now, they walked into the lobby, but then, according to the paperwork, Mookie Roo 375 could be seen on video exiting the office building and coming back with a bag slung over his shoulder.
That was according to the testimony from the federal agent from Dallas.
Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit hazy. So inside,
it's like this. Look at his lawyer's face. It's like he's like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this right now.
Inside the control room, and this is Gucci's there by himself. His security guard is outside the door of the studio, and his other security guard is actually by the car that they drove in. So inside the room, both the rooms in the studio, there's no security, it's just Gucci, his people, and...
I think the lawyer is kind of coming across looking bad. Bro, you can't sit there and let Vlad read out a bunch of shit that the feds wrote. Bro, cut the nigga off and be like, hey, listen, so that's what the feds alleging. From my understanding, this is what it is. Because number one, you have a client, right? Like, so don't sit there and just let this nigga, like, you're almost like letting the dude keep propagating what the feds are accusing your guy of. No.
And Pooh Shiesty and his people. So this is where it gets a little hazy. Inside the control room, the feds say that Pooh Shiesty...
Right? Like he should have cut Vlad off a long time ago. Be like, hey, listen. The feds, like, instantly, if I'm a defense attorney, I would be like, yo, the feds also allege that he came to Dallas just to rob or kidnap Gucci Mane. Clearly not true. So we can't go off what they're saying. Listen, here are the facts, right? This is what he should do. Here are the facts. The facts is that my client, Big 30, he's a frequent collaborator with Pooh Shiesty. They knew each other from as childhood friends. They worked in the same studio together, okay? All we know is that Gucci did come to the studio, but there was no issue reported. Nothing. That's all you got to do. Cut Vlad off. Because Vlad over here painting the picture. Now we looking at your facial expression. You quiet as fuck. It looks like you're trying to make up a lie.
Pulled out a contract, which pointed a gun, but they're claiming that he went and got a bag, gave it to Pooh Shiesty, then Pooh Shiesty pulled a gun out of the bag.
I can't comment on whether that happened or not. I wasn't there. But again...
What? Nigga, you the attorney, nigga? Be like, you sound when we were saying Lil TJ was involved? You know how Lil TJ lawyer said, man, that's cap. You're a defense attorney. You get paid to lie for your when I mean lie, like not like lie on the oath. Like you get paid to be like, hey, listen, from my understanding of the facts of that night or that day, my client was not around no guns. My client was not in no situation where nobody was held against their will, and my client was not in cahoots with anyone to do anything to anyone. Matter of fact, my client not signed to 1017 at all. Why would he give a fuck about what's going on? That's what he's supposed to say.
It goes into this narrative that we have a very different view of the facts versus the federal government.
Okay.
Well, as the complaint goes on, they're saying that Pooh Shiesty demanded that Gucci Mane sign the release paperwork. And then at one point, Gucci Mane did sign, and Pooh Shiesty gave the paperwork to his dad. During that time, they're saying that Gucci was not allowed to leave because of the gun involved. Now, as Gucci is signing the release paperwork, they're saying that Big 30 pulled out a cell phone and started to record Gucci signing over the paperwork. Now, is this recording actually a real thing?
We haven't gotten that deep into the case where we've received discovery, but I feel pretty confident that there's not going to be a video of that.
Okay. Well, but even if there was a video of Gucci signing, unless he's saying, I'm being forced to sign this, Gucci could have just agreed to sign. They could have just worked out a deal right then and there.
That's correct. I mean, but again, like I told you earlier, that has nothing to do with Big 30.
Exactly.
He's not signed to that label. He has no interest in Pooh Shiesty being signed or unsigned with 1017. I mean, it doesn't.
Well, after the release was signed, the feds are saying that Pooh Shiesty took Gucci Mane's
all right. We'll kind of probably hop back in and check out a little bit more of this. Chat, did y'all see that whole thing with NBA Ben 10? Oh my God. Very gruesome. So allegedly, this is a really convoluted story here, people. Really convoluted. So I'm trying to give it to you in a little bite-sized like format, but it is convoluted. Now I'm going to add some players to this. And by the way, I do want to already preface this by saying that one of the players in this are claiming that this is cap and that the internet's doing what the internet's doing, but I have to mention them. So Jay Prince Jr., you guys do know this is the son of James Prince, the guy who owns Rap-A-Lot Records. His son, Jay Prince Jr., you guys have heard of him a lot. He owns this thing called Mob Ties, right? Now, as the story goes, Jay Prince Jr. is dating a woman. And yes, like many infamous beefs, it starts over women. I would like even to proffer that I believe that King Von issues escalated with the NBA YoungBoy camp over his association or even whatever with a woman. However, Jay Prince Jr. supposedly dates a woman, and her baby father is another person who's a Detroit rapper. I'm going to try to give you the breakdown. So just keep these individuals in mind. Jay Prince